Good morning, folks. Congressman Babin here, coming to you from Woodville, Texas at the Tyler County Courthouse. I'd like to thank the students, faculty, and staff of Liberty High School for allowing me to say a few words at today's virtual Veterans Day program. To those watching who are veterans of America's armed forces, let me be the very first to say thank you for your service to our country. And while I wish that we could be together to discuss the significance of Veterans Day and celebrate our brave Southeast Texas veterans in person, the ongoing pandemic has prevented me from doing so. I know that I'm not alone in looking forward to the day when we return to our normal way of life, and I pray that that day comes very soon. Prior to my time in Congress, I proudly served in the U.S. military. I first enlisted as an airborne artilleryman in the Texas Army National Guard and the Army Reserve. Without a doubt, my time in the National Guard instilled the discipline necessary to improve my grades in college, attend dental school, grow stronger in my faith, and to start my family. Following my graduation from dental school a few years later, I was commissioned as a captain in the U.S. Air Force and was stationed overseas at Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany. And after 4 years of service in the Air Force, I finally returned to the Lone Star State with my young family, where I opened a small dental office in Woodville, Texas, which I ran for nearly 40 years. I cannot adequately express the deep appreciation that I have for the military and how my time serving America prepared and inspired me to further pursue a life in public service. The military only grew my love for my country. An urge and responsibility that I feel each day to protect it, build it, ensure my fellow Americans thrive keeps me motivated in Congress, and creating a brighter and more prosperous future for you all remains my very ultimate mission. I, like so many others, have always admired our World War II veterans, America's greatest generation, who answered the call to fight evil a world away from home. Many of these young men and women had never even left their families, farms, schools, or their hometowns. One of those young men was my father, Dr. Philip Babin, also a dentist, who served in the U.S. Army as a radio operator in the Pacific Theater during World War II. He joined the Army for 1 year, so he thought, in early 1941, but would actually be required to continue serving until late 1945. My oldest son, Leif Babin, served for 13 years in the Navy. Following his graduation from the U.S. Naval Academy, Leif served on the SEAL teams after a brief stint as a surface warfare officer. As a SEAL platoon commander for SEAL Team 3's Task Unit Bruiser, he planned and he led major combat operations in the Battle of Ramadi that helped the Ready First Brigade of the U.S. Army's 1st Armored Division to achieve victory. Task Unit Bruiser became the most highly decorated Special Operations unit of the Iraq War. You might have heard of one of his platoon mates, Chris Kyle, the American sniper. And after returning from combat, Leif became the primary leadership instructor for all officers graduating from the SEAL training pipeline. Since leaving the Navy, Leif now co-owns a leadership consulting company and teaches others the same leadership principles that he learned on the SEAL teams. As you can see, I'm a very proud son and father. And before I conclude, I want to invite each of you students to apply for an appointment to one of our nation's military service academies, including the United States Military Academy at West Point, the Naval Academy, the Air Force Academy, Coast Guard Academy, and the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy. Our military service academies rank among the best colleges in the entire country, and appointing cadets is a responsibility and privilege that I take very, very seriously. If you have any questions about attending one of the service academies, please do not hesitate to contact my Woodville District Office at 409-331-8066 or visit my website at www.babin.house.gov. As your U.S. Congressman and fellow veteran to many watching, I want to once again thank you all for inviting me to participate in your virtual Veterans Day celebration. I'll leave you with one final request. If you see or know a veteran, please reach out to them today and simply say, Thank you for your service. I can assure you that it'll mean the world to them, and it is the least that we can do for the many sacrifices they made and would have made for our freedoms. It is an honor to represent you all at our nation's capital in Washington, D.C. May God bless every American veteran, the students and faculty of Liberty High School, and our great United States of America. God bless you, and thank you.